What's going on, people? This is Shok, and I'm going to try to keep a calm demeanor during this video so that way it is as well received as possible. Now, you guys know in the past, of course, when the Switch first came out, the online was not that great, largely non existent, really. But I always said, I'll give them a year to see if they're going to do anything with these features, apps, things of the nature. They really haven't done anything. They haven't really stepped it up. And again, and this isn't anything new, but just repeating myself here, we're paying now for less. So back when the online services for Nintendo systems were free, we actually had more features and better online than we did now, where we have to pay money for it. So a lot of Nintendo fans, they come to the defense of Nintendo and they say, it's just $20, it's cheap. It's not about people not being able to afford it. It is literally because we are paying more and getting nothing for the payment that we are giving them. We're doing nothing for giving, we're receiving nothing for giving something now. We're receiving less than we did before when it was free. Guys, you do not and it's funny because people can see this with things like phones, right? Like, they can understand this concept, but for some reason when it comes to their favorite video game machines, they can't understand it. But when you do the next iteration of your hardware, when you do your next generation system, whether it's a phone, refrigerator, a watch, whatever, you don't have less features than before. You just don't do that. And so the thing that really, I always meant to do this video, but the thing that really sparked me making this video was I was playing MK11 last night, right? And I was playing some ranked matches. And I ran to this really cool dude on the mic, and he was like kind of eating in my ear. And I was like, "Yo, hey man, you're kind of, you kind of smack." He's like, "Oh, my bad, bro, my bad. Hold up." And he kind of muted for a second. He's like, all right, I'm done. All right, let's fight. And like the whole time, we were laughing during a ranked competitive match where we're having a good time, and I won. And afterwards, I was like, "Hey man, feel free to add me, man. I'd love to play you some more." And it was real cool. And I added him, and like we're homies now. You know what I mean? And I sat there and I thought about it. And I was like, you know what? What I just did would not be possible on the Switch. You know what I mean? I would not be able to play an online ranked match, within the matchmaking, actually speak to somebody, add them, and after I add them, I wouldn't be able to communicate with them either on the Switch. Those are the types of experiences we are missing out on when we are gaming on a Nintendo platform. And that should just not be okay, especially when you compare it to the things we were able to do in the past. The Wii U's online was free. We were able to message each other on the Wii U. The Wii U also had a join game feature. So if you go to your friends list and a friend was playing the game, you want to join in, there was a button where you can hit join in that they patched later on, but they patched it in regardless, and you're able to join into their matches. The 3DS had that as well. The 3DS, their handheld. The Wii allowed you to message your friends. Let me turn it on here, just in case you guys forgot. But on the Switch, let's go to my friends list and let's see what I can do with the people I have added on my friends list. So let's see. Here's Baron. Let's say I wanted to message Baron. Oh, hey man, he's on Mortal Kombat. I want to play Mortal Kombat too. Let's see. Best friends. Options. Remove, block, close. What is the point? What is the point of me adding somebody on this system when there's nothing I can do with them except remove them after I add them? What is the point? The only functionality adding people on your Switch serves is for certain games that use like in-game friends list. They just pull it from your Switch one, but like that's it. That's only for like in-game things. As far as anything system-wide, adding your friends on the Switch is actually useless. There is no way for you to communicate with your friends whatsoever. There's no messaging system when the 2006 Nintendo Wi-Fi connection non-HD system, which was basically a souped up GameCube, that being the Wii. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, the original Wii allowed you to message your friends. Our 2017 next generation Nintendo handheld does not allow that. Why? And there's no way at this point, it's just a matter of, oh, Nintendo's just taking a while to patch it in, or it's still in the works. These are incredibly simple things. A messaging system is an incredibly easy thing to develop, especially if you've done it time and time and time again. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like with every new system, Nintendo needs to reinvent the wheel. Like, oh, they just have no idea what to do. They have to completely, from scratch, just develop these fundamental codings to create a messaging. Like no. Messaging systems have been around for decades now. Decades. And it's 2019 and we still don't have a messaging system. We still don't have an invite or join game system. Why? Now, this is besides just the actual system-wide things. Of course, we're still missing tons of apps. We still don't have a web browser, and the defense to that is, oh, well, web browsers allow people to hack the system. The system gets hacked anyways. There's homebrew for the Switch. There's been homebrew for the Switch for months upon months now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, that's not a good defense. That's just not a good defense. People are getting in anyways. It doesn't matter. We're still missing Netflix. All we have is Hulu. We finally got YouTube after a while. That's nice, and appreciate that. But it's like we have Hulu, YouTube, and like that's it. Just no online features. We're paying $20 for it. Now, like I said, that's just the system-wide stuff. If we were to actually get into the games, why in Smash Ultimate? And I kind of don't want to like go into an actual match or whatever. I don't want to really like play on the video, but I started off this video talking about Mortal Kombat 11's online. Well, not even MK's online, because that's basically how every other developer's online games function, right? You can talk to people, you can add them, you can actually make friends over the games and other games on other systems. You know what I mean? But one, when I go to Smash Ultimate Online, if I go into the quick play, which for some reason is also the ranked competitive play, but it's quick play, which doesn't make sense. We all know how it deals. There is no guaranteed way to have a no items 3 stocks match in this game. It doesn't actually have a ranked playlist. That's one major problem with this. Two, I can't see the connection strength of my opponents. When I was playing MK11, just playing an online fighter on another system just reminded me like just how bad Ultimate's online is. You know what I mean? Like, if I were to, I guess I'll just get into a match. I'll get into a match right now. Like, if I'm to search up a match right now, there's no way for me to decline it. Because Mortal Kombat 11 and basically every other fighter out there, or at least most, whenever they match you up with an opponent, right, they allow you to decline if the connection strength isn't good enough. Now, if it's like a 5-bar or like a full bar connection, it'll automatically allow you to play, which is fine because it's a good connection. Why would you, want to opt out of that anyways? But see, this guy, I hit quick play, I selected my character, hit start. I'm in a match. Luckily, the connection for this particular match isn't so bad. But you notice it gave me no options to decline. It gave me no data about my opponent. It didn't do any of that, It's Russian roulette whether or not I'm actually going to get an enjoyable gameplay experience. Now, despite the fact that it's not lagging, as in like it's not stuttering or anything like that, there is still a grip of input delay. And that's the thing about Ultimate, right? Like, it's never about like, oh, it's just really stuttery. It's like sometimes it won't stutter at all, but it's still not a great match or a great connection because there's still just so much input delay. Meaning that if you're playing a character such as Sheik online, right, that requires a lot of accuracy, you have to be really frame tight on your conversions and stuff like that. you're going to be at a huge disadvantage because all your stuff is just coming out so delayed as to where other characters don't really require that type of accuracy to get their things off. And I probably shouldn't finish this match because I'm in the middle of a video. So I don't want this to like be too distracting. So I'll honestly probably just quit out. I don't care about the GSP. The GSP is a terrible arbitrary system anyway. So like screw it. You know what I mean? But maybe I can finish this real fast. But so it's like, even if you're not, the point I'm making, bringing up Ultimate, and it's not just Ultimate, it's other games as well. Like, you know, Splatoon and Mario Kart both have their flaws as well. But the reason why I brought this up is because system-wide things aside, I thought, or at least I was under the impression that paying $20 for a Nintendo Online, a Nintendo Switch Online, I was under the impression that, like, okay, at least our games would be better. But no, they're not. Their games are actually the same. Some people even argue that Smash 4's online was better. You know what I mean? Now, I won't say yay or nay to that because I didn't really play Smash 4 like that. But one thing about Smash 4 I can definitely say is, like, at least that had an actual competitive playlist, as to where this game did not. So for those of you who don't have this game, you never played it or whatever, basically Smash 4 had what was called For Glory and For Fun. For Fun was, of course, like the casual playlist, you know, for non-serious matches. And then For Glory was, you know, competitive matches, no items, 2 stocks. It's how that worked. But as you guys saw, there is no actual competitive and casual playlist in this game. So, you know, luckily I got matched up with someone who was also searching for my preferences, because this is a preference-based matchmaking system. You select your preferences, and then the system tries its best to match you with other people who are also trying to select your preference. But sometimes that straight up doesn't happen. Sometimes you will get a match where someone has, you know, smash balls on and items and stamina matches. Sometimes you get free-for-alls and team battles, and I went ahead and finished that match, you know, and stuff like that. So it's, man, like, I don't get it. Like, I just really feel like we're getting robbed. Now, I myself, oh, of course, it's not like they don't make you play sets. You could just, people could just dip out after one game if they want. So like I was saying, like, we're paying $20, and you know, what are we getting from it? Where is the improvement? Where is the $20 going? Please don't say the NES games. That is, come on. Come on. Please don't say the NES games. This online is just very, very bare bones. Like, the arenas, even the arenas are a mess. If you want to select your character or change your character or change a stage, you have to hop out of line. You have to hop out of line if people are queued up in that section towards the bottom left, bottom right, excuse me. And you just lose your spot in line if you want to change characters or change stages. But this is what we're paying $20 for. It doesn't make sense to me. And what's even crazier, another thing I want to bring up is, the one thing that really made me want to do this video is when that stupid freaking Power Rangers game came out, which I did download, yeah. This game right here. This game, for some reason, its netcode plays like a dream. I played my first online match, and I actually have a video, I have a clip from my Twitch stream where I was playing this game, and I was live, and I was like, guys, like, I'm not lying to y'all. This actually feels great. This doesn't even feel like I'm playing online at all. This Power Rangers game, guys, and let me see if I can get that clip for you just to show you guys. This game was a $20 game. It was $20. And all right, let's see. It's netcode. If this is better, it's so much better. Smash Ultimate's netcode, I swear to fucking God. Let me skip for you guys. I don't even feel like I'm playing online. I'm being so serious right now. So this is my first online game ever. I'm being so serious. I went straight from arcade to my first online match. I did not feel a difference. I did not feel a difference at all. Now look at this game. This game is obviously
Not good.
low budget. You see what I mean? It's obviously not AAA. We have Super Smash Bros. Created by Nintendo. One of the biggest, probably the most well-known video game developer out there. With one of the most biggest video game franchises. This is the third iteration of the game that we've had that has had online multiplayer. Brawl had it, 4 had it, Ultimate had it. Why am I still getting subpar netcode? Why is it when I go online, it's Russian roulette? And I actually haven't, Ultimate used to be my main stream game. I mean, I guess it technically still is, whatever. But ever since MK came out, I've been mostly streaming Mortal Kombat because just being able to play a fighting game online that actually has a good netcode, you see what I mean? Like, it's just been refreshing. I haven't been streaming Ultimate as much, not because I don't enjoy Ultimate. It's a good game. I'm enjoying it. But it's just the fact that I'm just like, I think about the netcode. I'm just like, man, like, I have to wrestle with the game. You see what I'm saying? I have to wrestle with the games online. I just don't feel like playing it. I won't be able to get my inputs out cleanly. There's the buffer system that sometimes messes you up. There's the massive input delay. There's the input delay the game naturally has, because the game has some intentional input delay, which please, Sakurai, please get rid of it. And then there's also the input delay of just the netcode. And then, along with the buffer system and the input delay, then you have just the overall lag on top of it, which 50-50 you'll get, 50% of the time. So it's just really discouraged me from playing it. So, like, Nintendo, you gotta realize how much this affects people and how much this affects the longevity of your games. I can't imagine that Nintendo doesn't know how to do netcode. I think this is really just a matter of complacency. Like, really. Like, how could they not? How long have online games existed? You know what I mean? How can we not get a decent netcode out of a AAA game in 2019? This is just completely and utterly unacceptable. I played the Switch version of Dragon Ball FighterZ, and the netcode has been way freaking better, and not that that's like a small game or anything, but I'm just saying third-party games on the same system. I'm just giving same system examples. All these games have had better netcodes, way better netcodes than Ultimate. I'm not discouraged from playing these games online. Ultimate is the only one where I was discouraged from playing games online. Even Pokken had better netcode. It doesn't make sense to me. I really think it's complacency. We really need to hold Nintendo accountable for this, guys. I've given them time. You guys, I haven't been grilling them, have I? I haven't. No, I've given them time. I've been patient. No, I'm not paying for Nintendo Online. Luckily, I've been lucky enough to have one of my subscribers offer me to be on their family plan. So don't say, well, joke, you're supporting that, because I'm personally not. But we really need to do something about this, guys. I mean, right before I started this video, I saw this article about how the director for that awful Sonic the Hedgehog movie, he is actually redesigning the way Sonic looks in that movie because of the internet backlash, right? If we can do that, right? If we can get a movie director to change the design of a character after a trailer has dropped, so right, they've already done like a good portion of the production. You see what I mean? If we can do that, we can definitely, get on Nintendo about this online situation. I don't care if you guys don't play online. You gotta think about everybody else, right? Like, feel for your fellow gamers. Feel for the people who do play online. Feel for those people where they might not have local friends, and online is kind of what they rely on in order to get a good multiplayer gaming experience. Don't think so selfishly. Don't do that. There are millions, literal millions and millions and millions of other people who want to play these games online. Honestly, the majority of people want to play these games online. And it's just crazy how the highest selling fighting game, the highest selling Smash game of all time, also comparatively to, relative to the time it came out, it's had the worst online. We all said Brawl's, online was like really bad, and it was, but like, honestly, relative to its time, 2008, again, that was probably better than what we have now, because you would expect a game that came out in basically 2019, you would expect it to like just be perfect. It's ironed out, right? It's perfected. It's clockwork at this point. You know what I mean? But it's not. It's not. And I haven't played Splatoon 2. I don't have that game, as you guys saw on my Switch. But I've heard that that game has tons of freaking lag too, like all the time. Just tons of lag, just moments where just chop, jump, jump, type stuff. Why? Do we not know how to do online games? Do we not know how to do that in this point in time? Nintendo, come on. Why are you guys acting like you don't know how to do it? You do. I feel like you do. If you don't, I mean, either way, it's a lose-lose situation. If you do know how to do it and you're not doing it, that's clearly wrong. Bad, needs to change. If you don't know how to do it, why don't you know how to do it by now? You've had online enabled systems ever since, well, technically the GameCube, but if you want to get like super official or whatever, the DS, right? Which came out in 2005, I believe, 2004. So how come in 2019 I still have to dread going online in a AAA, high quality, world renowned video game franchise and series? It doesn't make any sense. Guys, please be vocal towards Nintendo when it comes to online. I'm enjoying the Switch. I love the system. I love just being able to play my games anywhere I want, whenever I want. That's dope. That's awesome. I like the screenshot feature. But that's basically it. There's really nothing. There's nothing on this UI. This UI is still bare bones. You get to take videos and select games. You get to do screenshots. You have a friends list where you can stalk people. That's all it's really good for. And like, that's it. There's nothing you can do on this system. There's just nothing. And like I said, system things aside, the online quality of the games is just completely unacceptable. So even if you guys want to do the whole tired argument of, oh, features don't matter, it's a video game machine, all it needs to do is play video games, yada yada. Okay, fine, sure. I mean, I disagree with that. I think that's wrong. It's 2019. Things evolve. You want to do more than just make phone calls on your phone, right? You would be upset if the next model of your phone couldn't text, right? But for some reason, when it comes to a video game machine that has less features than the one that came before it, all of a sudden you want to excuse that, although you wouldn't do that with any other type of piece of hardware. But anyways, that aside, like I said, the online quality of the games still unacceptable, and that is part of the games. That's in the games. See what I'm saying? So if you want to make the argument that it's a video game machine, so the most important thing is the games, well, guess what? We're paying $20, and the online portion of these games has not improved at all. Period. So deal with that. But that's it for this video, y'all. Leave me your thoughts down below. We need a tweet at Nintendo. Something like something has to be done, man. I really want to play Ultimate online like religiously, like I did, in the first couple of months or whatever. But it's getting to the point where I'm just like I want to stream it because that's like my main stream game, but I just don't want to deal with that online. You know what I mean? And things like this will only end up killing the game. The game's just going to have a much earlier death than it would actually have, at least in terms of the online community. So something has to be done, man. It's not just Smash, like I said, Splatoon, and whatever other online games they have. Nintendo in general just needs to get their online together. But that's it this video, guys. I'm out. I'll probably be live on Twitch by the time this goes up. So you guys can catch me over there, twitch.tv/Shokio. Peace.